Hello everybody and welcome to today's review of Marriage Story. It is the new film written and directed by Noah Baumbach, starring Scarlett Johansson, Adam Driver, Laura Dern, Alda and Ray Liotta. So this film, unlike its title suggests, is actually about a couple going through a divorce. We have Nicole, played by Scarlett Johansson, who starts out as a promising young actress who had a career going for her in Los Angeles. But then she meets this fringe theater director, Charlie, played by Adam Driver. The two of them fall in love, and she decides to give up her career in Los Angeles and move to New York to be with him. They get married, they have a kid, but then after 8 years, the marriage falls apart and Nicole wants to file for divorce. She gets an offer to do a pilot in Los Angeles. She moves out there with Henry, their son, and it's there that she decides to proceed with divorce. And at first, Charlie is taken aback by it because, he thought she was only moving to Los Angeles for the pilot. This divorce really didn't seem on his radar. But then afterwards, he kind of gradually accepts it. However, they both start to fight for custody over Henry. Charlie thinks that Henry should live with him in New York, but Nicole wants Henry to live with her in Los Angeles. But of course, neither party can agree on anything, so they have to get lawyers, and soon things get complicated from there. Complicated is a great word to describe how I feel about Marriage Story. This film has a lot of good things going for it. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm attracted to a movie that has good acting, and this movie has great acting. Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson have delivered career-defining performances. Oh man, these actors, they really dug deep into something, and I totally bought their pain. It was very truthful. The whole point of giving a good performance is to find the truth in a situation, and they did it. When it comes to the drama of this film has no flaws. This is a very good depiction about divorce. There is really not a bad guy here. They're human, and everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect, and the film does a great job at presenting these characters as fully fleshed out as Noah did. They both want different things, and most of the time, their needs and desires don't coincide with the other. And sometimes when you cannot agree on anything, and really there's no room for compromise, then you have to get out of the relationship. Otherwise, you guys are just gonna suffer and be miserable for the rest of your life. Not to mention, if there are children involved, you're gonna inflict a lot of pain on the child. This movie is a great exploration at what a relationship is and how it could fail. And also, the greatest thing about this movie is the end. At the end of this movie, there is a climactic showdown between Charlie and Nicole. They decide to meet up in an apartment and try to talk things out. And they just couldn't get over how they hurt one another. Hands down, this is one of the best arguing scenes that you will ever see in a movie. It was scary realistic. I almost cried watching it because I couldn't stand watching those two hurt each other mentally and emotionally. For a moment there, I thought they were gonna hit each other. It was just so brutal, and I applaud the actors and the director for that one scene. However, one scene does not make up a whole movie. Now here come the negatives. Like I said before, when it comes to drama, this film has no flaws. But then, there are moments when the director tries to instill a little comedy in there. He tries to make certain moments funny when the moment clearly did not call for any comedy. And to be honest, it ruined the film for me as a whole. It's the same issue that I had for one of Noah's other films, The Squid and the Whale. A film that was clearly supposed to be dramatic, but it was trying so hard to be funny, and in the end, it only turned out very awkward. That's just me. Some people can find it funny, but I didn't. Not only that, but there are a few characters in this movie that were very... how shall I put this? It felt like Noah Baumbach was judging some of his own characters. It's like he was already biased and telling us how we should feel about these characters instead of letting us form our own perspective. That was especially the case with Nicole's mother and sister. Those two, it felt like they didn't know what they were doing. And there wasn't a lot of room for character development either. Same goes with Charlie and Nicole's son, Henry. Oh, Henry. Okay, I'll say this. I am very well aware that it's very hard to get a good performance from a child actor, but it has been done. It is possible. Look at Paper Moon. Look at Kramer versus Kramer. Look at The Piano. Look at The Sixth Sense. Look at Room. It's possible to get a good performance out of a child, and it doesn't seem like Noah Baumbach is a child director. The kid who played Henry was very one-noted. He was just being this disrespectful, ignorant, spoiled little brat. I don't think he even had a clear sense of what was going on. I mean, granted, the kid is 8 years old, but this kid, it felt like he didn't care about anything that was going on. I hated that kid. It felt like he was a caricature of what every parent thinks of their child when they're being disagreeable. This was totally unrealistic. It certainly felt like it came from a biased perspective instead of a fully fleshed out character. Here's another thing. I really appreciated when directors really bring forth something personal to them. I felt the passion that Noah had for this project. He himself went through a divorce, and watching this film, I felt like he kept a journal throughout his own ordeal, and he pretty much brought it back to life in this movie. When it came to scenes where it was just Charlie and Nicole fighting amongst themselves, or when they were in court with the lawyers fighting for custody over their child, the film was perfect. But because we're introduced to other characters and they're put in other situations outside of the whole divorce proceedings, the film fell flat. The film loses a lot of realism, and it was trying to be funny and it wasn't, and it kind of ruined the whole film for me. And I wish it hadn't done that. But like I said, the ending was amazing. I mean, this film was good, but it was very inconsistent. Because of that, I'm gonna have to give it a B+. Sorry. Well, anyway, thanks for watching my video, ladies and gentlemen. I hope to see you again next time.